prepared to give their Rabbit Home fan base a night to remember. Will be the Raptors off the tip. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Front court spots filled by Hunter and Collins. The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
Capella sets a screen for Young. And the dunk by Capella.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
You know, the first thing you think of with both these teams, Greg, their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism for a big man? Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
And the dunk by Barnes.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And Young kicks to Capella. Back to Young. Anunoby with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Anunoby against Young. Barnes sets a screen for Anunoby. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
Guys, I've got to say, one of the things I love the most about the Toronto Raptors, how special their fan base is. Really, when you think about it, Canada much more associated with the great sport of hockey, but they love professional basketball.
That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And some crafty inside play from Young, finding a way around the defense to get his shot.
Pass to Anunoby from downtown, sinks the triple. Oh, you're right, this fan base here in Toronto is terrific and certainly gets excited to cheer on their Raptors. They love them.
They do, and their theme is, quote, "We the North." You can truly tell how much these fans love the Raptors. Remember the scene in Jurassic Park outside the stadium, that special area when the finals were going on in 2019. It was pure pandemonium.
And here is Van Vliet after OG Anunoby made that last three-pointer.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Now, here is Young. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got 5.
And we know Young is supremely confident from range and knocking down those 3 balls like it's no problem at all.
Here's Anunoby. Barnes left side. And no good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Screen by Capella. Young passes to Capella. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. 8 points for him.
And it could have been a foul call on the shot as well. Capella maintains the focus, though, and finishes.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Young from outside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
To the inside. Barnes. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Young finds Hunter. Van Vliet brings the double team. Here's Murray. Into the lane, and it's Murray with the jam.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guy. Are still at your mercy.
This guy is such a phenomenal scorer. Scotty Barnes feeling very good right now.
Collins, a screen on Anunoby. Young from outside. Another three for Atlanta.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hawks lead by 4.
Please give a big round of applause for your Raptors, team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the court for Atlanta, Collins and Capella man the post positions. Murray is the shooting guard, Hunter the small forward. And it's Young in at the 1. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Hunter.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
One of the most dangerous scorers in the game. Young's confidence serves as the catalyst for him taking over games. And a big trade this last summer was Murray coming to the Hawks. Paid a hefty price, but Atlanta feels he and Trey make a great backcourt pair. Hard to think of a more deadly backcourt in the East. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, and both teams trading punches. Right wing, Siakam for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
There's no hesitation in catch-and-shoot situations for Pascal Siakam. He has turned himself into a legitimate threat.
Down low, here's Capella. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Anunoby. Takes a 3. Here's Pirtle. Another shot. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. They shoot again, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
But don't let the diminutive size fool you. Fred Van Vliet is a strong finisher, and he loves to score it.
The Raptors making a switch here. Achua's checked in. AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, I'm talking about big things in the future. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Van Vliet looking around. Siakam against Collins. Young with the steal. Pass to Capella, and there's the drive, and the dunk by Capella.
And you expect this from Young. He scans the floor and finds an open man for the shot.
Siakam sets a screen for Van Vliet. Lets the 3 fly, and no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Offline with his 3. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. He led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Barnes. Barton's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Trent subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Trent kicks to Barton. Looking to end the run. And Barton throws it down.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
It's time for your north side crew.
The Hawks leading by 7.
With your north side crew. Show them some love, man.
Bogdanovich looking around. 1:14 left to play in the first half.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Trent outside on the wing. Porter. 5 on the clock. Here's Boucher. And the dunk by Boucher.
Yeah, you can see Chris Boucher's got excellent vertical. Makes that finish look easy.
Outside Bogdanovich. And stolen by Achua. Barton passes to Boucher. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The Hawks have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. It's Porter outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Knocks it loose. And here's Bogdanovich to the paint. And O'Connell slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
At the line for your Raptors, Will Barton.
That one
At the
misses.
line for 3.
And he nails the third. And so we conclude the first half. It's Atlanta. They're up by 7. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to Dave. Thanks for the great interview, David.
38.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Raptors trail by 7, and the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer, to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
Clock at 6. Anunoby has the open look. And falls. Great assist by VanVleet. Anunoby's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Toronto. Atlanta calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
To the middle, here's Barnes. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
It's so hard, isn't it, Doris, to define Scotty Barnes' position? Point forward would probably, I guess that'd be correct.
I guess, Kev, and it almost doesn't matter, right? Because what we know about Scotty Barnes is he's got big-time talent. He can make plays, he can get downhill, he can rebound and run with the basketball in his hand. And think about it. He is a guy still with so much upside. Imagine when he locks in completely and understands the NBA game. Sky's the limit.
And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Here's Van Vliet, and he uses the glass on the layup. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Collins, a screen on Anunoby. Inside. Shot by Collins, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Let's remember this is 6'8" with some pops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
Collins setting the pick for Young. Lets it go from deep. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Anunoby, good.
What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the three-point shot in response. Wow.
Capella with a screen on Anunoby. Young for 3. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Trent passes to Achua. An easy 2 points on the layup.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Young against Boucher. And finish off by Collins.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
Trent against Young. Quarter a screen on Young. Trent with the wide open look. And the 3 off target. Atlanta leading by 4. Collins setting the pick for Young. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
And the Raptors call time here. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hand as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Make some noise, Toronto.
Toronto's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Barton sets a screen for Trent. Barton kicks to Achua. And again, Toronto no luck. Atlanta's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Young for three. Another three for Atlanta.
And that corner three isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work.
Young against Trent. Shot to stop the run. Achua, the pass to Porter. There's the triple. Traps in the tray.
Well, shooters are necessary to win in this league, and Porter can provide that kind of floor spacing.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. They're just trying to mix things up.
Free shirt. Fantastic fans. Give it up once again for your North
Young from outside. And so it's Atlanta. Putting the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
Every minute
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Raptors trail by 7. And so in the game for the Hawks, Murray is the shooting guard. Hunter the small forward. Collins and Capella man the post position. And it's Young in at the point guard.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
Capella with a screen on Anunoby. And the jump by Capella.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. There's the pass to Anunoby. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
I'll tell you, OG Anunoby showing you what could happen if he puts it all together. Doing work, OG.
In the corner, it's Capella. Capella sets a screen for Young. Hunter, no one around him. And the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Van Vliet wide open. Misses the three. The Hawks leading by 7. Murray dishes to Young. Back to Murray. Launches it. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Murray, the pass to Young. He kicks it to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Van Vliet with it. Outguarded by Murray. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
In the corner, Murray with it. Young from outside. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Siakam kicks to Pirtle. Shot clock at 5. Back to Siakam. That shot off the mark. Collins with some nice D. The Hawks leading by 9. Collins a screen on Siakam. Young outside, fires the three, drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Murray outside. Another three for Atlanta.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
Boy, at his size, Fred Van Vliet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
And then Collins slams it in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Atlanta.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Feeds to Collins. And then Collins slams it in.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Hurdle finds Anunoby. For three. They grab their own miss. Hurdle. Barnes down low. Young's there, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Hawks ball.
Here's Atlanta. They have a 19-point lead. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Down low. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's his first personal
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Here's Van Vliet. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fan, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
OG does a good job of getting ready for catch-and-shoot situations. He knows the value of preparation.
Here's McDaniels. The kick out to Conley. And here's Edwards outside. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Floats one up. Just 4 to shoot. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. And it's Toronto's ball. It's a 3-point game to the paint. Here's Pirtle. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. Lets it go from deep. The shot misses. And Minnesota the other way with it now. And just over a minute played here to start the game.
And what impresses you about Pascal Siakam is his tremendous length with an intimidating 7'3" wingspan. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
That's good from Van Vliet. And the assist from Anunoby.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
It's Edwards on the wing. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Down low. Pass break. Here we go.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Here's Conley. Man, that length of Siakam really comes in handy on both ends, Smitty.
B.A., he's tough to guard because he's able to get his shots up over most guys due to that length. And then on the defensive end, capable of guarding the post and the perimeter.
Now here's Van Vliet. Anunoby on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. To the inside. Here's Conley. Outside Edwards. And here's Conley. Just 5 to shoot. And the 3-pointer goes.
Give Conley credit. He's recognized the need to become a knockdown shooter and put in the work.
Inside. Here's Van Vliet. Doesn't go that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. McDaniels passes to Towns. Back to Daniels. Pass to Conley. And here's Edwards outside. To the middle. Here's McDaniels. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern. And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Now here's Conley, and there's a pick. Outside Edwards from the arc. Pirtle grabs a miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Kicks it out to Siakam. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
Now here's Anunoby. 58 seconds left to play in the first.
That wing athleticism and toughness. The future for Anunoby is very bright.
Here's Edwards. Outside Conley. Pass to Towns. Now Gobert. Outside Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Edwards for 3. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. And the layup is good off the glass.
Physicality is no problem for Siakam. He pushes off the contact and gets it to go.
Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. The three from Barnes. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Now here's Edwards. With 1 on the clock. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
Raptors fans, please give a big round of applause for your Raptors team.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Edwards out there with Taurean Prince, and it's McDaniels in at small forward. Now here's Edwards. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Van Vliet outside. Fires for 3. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Outside McDaniels. Towns passes to Gobert. Here's Prince. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Takes it inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Watch your head. Scotty Barnes comes in fast and soars to the rim.
Towns, a screen on Anunoby. Edwards for 3. Towns finds McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Down low. Barnes against Edwards. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Pass to Pirtle. Barnes against McDaniels. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first.
Defenders haven't figured out Scotty Barnes yet.
In the past, you'd see coaches use the fire and brimstone approach. We don't see that much anymore, Smitty.
No, times have changed. It's still okay to get emotional and do some hard coaching, but now you have to stay in control, or sometimes you will lose the players' respect.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Outside McDaniels. Towns down low. Anunoby covering. Towns can't get it to go. Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Anunoby for 3. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Anunoby's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we have seen OG become a volume three-point shooter because he has a nice touch from that spot.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. From outside the arc. Here's Siakam. Outside Anunoby. Siakam with a screen on Edwards. Anunoby for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Edwards. And he banks in the layup. Edwards has got 5.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Van Vliet against Towns. Pass to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Towns with the ball. Outside Edwards. The 3-ball. Rebound by the Raptors. Hurdle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's Barnes on the wing. And Gobert with a block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy. And if you don't, this could be the result.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Conley's checked in for Anthony Edwards.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Outside Conley. Sinks it from distance. He has 6.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Trent against Conley. Boucher down low. And finished off by Boucher.
From super close range, Chris Boucher. The coaches love seeing that one.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Trent outside. Achua for 3. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Raptors.
Your Raptors. 28. The Timberwolves. 18.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Boy, without question, OG Anunoby displaying all his skills today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Achua is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Otto Porter. Then there's Will Barton. And it's Trent in at the point. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Now here's Boucher. Pass to Trent. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Edwards is checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards.
The Timberwolves trail. Here's Conley. 6 points for him. It's stolen by Trent. Left side Porter. Now Achua. Pass to Boucher. Doubled by Towns to the paint. Porter's shot is off.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brad?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Now here's Conley. Outside McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Barton. Count it. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Boucher against Towns. Boucher passes to Achua. Trent for 3. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Barton. He takes it in, and that one is stuffed right through.
This is legit showmanship right here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the tomahawk there.
That's more than just getting 2 points. That was sending a clear message. The The Timberwolves shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Edwards a screen on Van Vliet. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Outside Anunoby. 4-3. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. And now it's a 10-point Toronto lead.
We've talked about it. Be ready when your number's called. OG Anunoby very accountable, and he's been very active on the offensive end.
And the Timberwolves with possession here.
Thank you to our Northside crew.
Outside Edwards. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 9.
With his level of quickness, it's tough to keep up defensively.
Outside Anunoby. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Anunoby. The Raptors need to get off a shot. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little...
Always one of the more disputed calls in the game. Goaltending. Coach is convinced the ball was not on the way down. He'll use his challenge.
This can be a tough one. With goaltending, it's such a fine line.
The previous play is under review.
Evidence never comes into effect more than on these calls.
Well, that's what's great about the coach's challenge on calls like this. We're able to slow down the action and see exactly where the ball is when it's touched. Hard to do that.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And here we go. The call will stand.
That'll cost them a timeout and their one and only coach's challenge. Goaltending calls can be so tough to make. You understand why he wanted a closer look at it. We'll see if he regrets it.
Pass to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. Barnes comes with a double team. Conley passes to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage. He understands how to carve out room inside and finish.
Now here's Siakam. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
The Raptors are taking a patient approach. They understand to get back to a championship level, they've got to grow from within.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves.
The length and athleticism of Pascal Siakam is special. This is why he's such a big part of this team.
Towns passes to McDaniels. Here's Prince. Anunoby covering. Back to Gobert. Pirtle with some nice D. And despite setting their sights on the future, Smitty, last season the Raptors still claimed the 5th seed in the East.
Exceeding expectations, that's what they do. And with their great player development program, they have every reason to believe they'll continue to improve.
Gobert no good. For Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Siakam left side. Launches a 3. Ooh, it's stolen away. From deep. Here's Towns. Pass to Prince. The 3. The shot no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Van Vliet, the pass to Anunoby. Now Van Vliet. Outside Barnes. And it's in there. Barnes has got 8.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Now here's McDaniels. Here's Towns. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Jakob Pirtle.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And so Towns nails them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Pass to Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Here they come, man. Timeout. Northside crew, always putting in the hours. Show us some love, man. It's that time, man. T-shirt time.
Achua with a steal. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They're communicating well. And
Please give a big round of applause.
hey, let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others. It's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Torian Prince is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward.
And just so great to see a big man busted up the court like Towns here. I mean, getting into position for the points on the move, wow, incredible.
And Barton, here we go. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. A big group substitution here for Toronto. Siakam, he's checked in for Boucher. Scotty Barnes comes in for Porter Jr. And Anunoby, he's checked in for Barton. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Trent. Edwards for 3. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And Anunoby for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Achua with it. Siakam, pass to Achua. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Achua's got his first bucket in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Toronto?
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
And Anunoby against McDaniels. Off target from outside. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Edwards against VanVleet. Edwards can't hit. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. And Anunoby for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Edwards with it, now guarded by Achua, and he commits the intentional foul. Hurdles checked in for Achua.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Towns. Outside McDaniels. This one for 3. Hurdle grabs a miss.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
VanVleet, the pass to Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto. The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
2 minutes remaining in regulation.
Here's Prince. And he slams it in one-handed.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Barnes the screen. Here's Van Vliet. And that one drops. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
To the wing on the left. Gobert finds McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Got a piece of it.
Showing signs of being a high-level defender. Anunoby can guard multiple positions and challenge shots.
Outside Barnes. Pirtle in the post. He's against Gobert, and Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Barnes.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Raptors.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for OG Anunoby.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pirtle, the pass to Siakam. And here's Anunoby. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. That shot, no good. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight.
Craig, two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Now here's Conley. Driving to the basket. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Young against Conley. In the corner, Murray with it. And there's another turnover by Atlanta.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
And here's Young from the arc. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Now here's Gobert. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Conley. He dishes it to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, a strong defender is Capella. He uses his reach to bother shots and shooters, and I like the commitment he shows at that end of the floor.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
Thanks, David. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves stamped a 3-year playoff run.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Young kicks to Capella, to the paint. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, you look at that situation. He thought he could keep Murray from converting if he got physical with him. You better think again.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Edwards dishes to McDaniels. That one doesn't go. And Atlanta will come the other way. To the middle. Kicks it out to Collins. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%.
And Collins has shown to be a game changer on the floor. The problem for him has been staying on the floor. Has fought the injury bug his whole career.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Nice shot by Gobert.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
For Collins, he has yet to play close to a full slate of games, Greg, in a single season.
Collins has missed time in each season he's played. He's young enough. A few years of good injury fortune can change the narrative, and let's just hope that's the case for his sake.
Now Edwards. After the missed three from John Collins.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Capella with a screen on Conley. Young with no one around. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. He kicks it to Gobert. Nifty move. Outside Conley. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Towns wide open. Off target with his three. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside Collins. Now the dish to Hunter. Back to Collins. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Towns. The drive by Gobert. This one for 3. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Gobert.
Among big men, Towns is one of the very best spot-up shooters there is, and very consistent on the catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Capella up and in on the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
Here we go, fans. Coming to the court right now are your ATL dancers.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play.
Please give a big round of applause for your Hawks.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Murray is the shooting guard, Hunter the small forward. Collins and Capella man the post position. And it's Young in at the 1. So that's the Hawks 5. Outside for Murray. To the inside. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Young.
Boy, Murray's court vision, very sharp, and he's unselfish, too. You love seeing that combination.
And Edwards with the stop.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now Prince. After the missed 3 from Trae Young. McDaniels finds Gobert, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's Edwards. 5-point lead, the biggest of the games. Just 4 to shoot. From deep, Prince, and home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Here's Collins driving in. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Prince kicks to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Out to Edwards. Back to Towns. It's stolen by Capella. Passes it to Young. Down low. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Such an instinctual player. Young often sees the opportunity before anyone else.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Prince outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Prince has got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Prince against Bogdanovich. In the corner, Bay with it. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Okongwu. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Guarded by Prince. It's stolen by Gobert. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. Count that one. Towns has got 5 points so far.
Excellent job by Towns to stick with it. He didn't let the defender get to him there.
Bay with the screen for Bogdanovich. Forrest passes to Bay, and the shot goes in. Bay's got his first basket.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Prince setting a pick for Edwards. Prince dishes to Edwards.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
First free throw is good. And Edwards drops them both. Here's Bogdanovich. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. The kick out to Towns. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Griffin with it. Now defended by Gobert. Bogdanovich looking around. Takes the three. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 10.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
The Hawks trail by 4. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Forrest. Kicks it to Okongwu. Pass to Forrest. Outside Bogdanovich. So the wing on the left. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Minnesota ball.
Six seconds left in the first half. Minnesota calls timeout.
Then put your hands together for the Timberwolves. Give them a hand, fans. That was
6 seconds left in the first half. Conley kicks to McDaniel. Had the space there, but it's offline. And that'll do it for the first half. But thank you, David, for that interview.
the Timberwolves winning up. Get ready for the Timberwolves.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Prince out there with Conley. And it's McDaniels at the three, the small forward. So it's Minnesota now. After the basket by Atlanta. Bucket is good.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Kicks it out to Collins. Here he goes. Kept alive by Atlanta. Capella, the pass to Murray. Lets it go with the three. And the jam by Capella.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done, he plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
You know, the NBA is all about the three-point shot right now, and Prince can really shoot it from out there.
Capella sets a screen for Young. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. There's McDaniels. And another three for Minnesota.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Now, here's Hunter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Count it. Conley's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
On its way from Young for 2. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Conley against Young. Prince, right side. And here's Gobert. 5 to shoot. Out to the wing. Here's McDaniels. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray. The Timberwolves have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 8-point game. Conley against Young. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Capella. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. I mean, he's able to get all over that shot.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Towns finds Conley. Towns sets the pick for Conley. Yep, that one goes in there. Conley's got 6 in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now, here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Nice recognition that time from Capella, aggressively rolling to the bucket after setting the screen.
Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards got 14.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Young against Conley. Young with a terrific move and the bucket. 10 points for him.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player of his age.
Edwards can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Boy, Capella's so special. Great strength, good focus, especially when he's being defended like that. That's good work there.
Now here's Conley. 8 points for him. And Gobert gets to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Young. Conley laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
It does a lot for Conley's overall game when he's attacking. He wants to give the D more to worry about than just passing and shooting.
Chalk up 2 there.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw earlier on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And the Timberwolves call time. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. 1 second left, and the layup is up and in.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7.
Please give a big round of applause to your Hawks.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The Hawks trail by 7. On-court spots filled by Hunter and Collins. The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. The bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. And here's Young from the arc. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Every game you expect Young to have some scoring bursts, but tonight he has been on auto drive.
Here's Prince, and the layup is good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Young pass to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Stolen by Collins. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Capella sets a screen for Young, and he commits the intentional foul.
10 seconds. Team first.
And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Atlanta ball.
Murray finds Young. In the corner, it's Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. 4 on the clock. Poke loose. Towns with it. He's picked up by Collins. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Oh, here's Edwards. Here's Prince. The pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Collins setting the big for Young. Inside. And finished off by Collins.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now, here is Young. Collins setting the big for Young. And it's Capella missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Prince with a screen on Murray. Edwards passes to Prince. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, nice strong finish that time by Taurean Prince.
Capella sets a screen for Young. The feed to Capella. That shot is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. And here's Edwards from the arc. The offensive rebound. Prince kicks to Edwards. The 3. It's Edwards on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And finished off by Gobert.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Collins, a screen on Edwards. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota leading by 10. And here's Prince outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Prince has got 10 points in just the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now Edwards. Following the 3-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. Edwards passes to Gobert. Misses from short range. And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Murray driving inside. And it's Murray with the jam.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Minnesota.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And so it's Atlanta with it. They trail by 11. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Back to Young. To the paint. Gobert with the block. They get it back. Capella with the bucket. Edwards fires from way outside. They retain possession. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Grant would... Got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Young. Inside, Collins. And the layup is good.
Trae Young continuing to read and scan the floor. And that time finds an open teammate.
VanVleet outside. Siakam outside. 6 to shoot. Siakam with a screen on Hunter. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Murray. Off target from three-point range. Here's Toronto with the ball.
You know, this Hawks team really does score the ball well. Lots of dynamic players on this team. And Young has made a huge difference in their production.
Hey, rejected by Capella.
And Capella, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. You can see his timing on that play.
Young from long range. Counted from distance.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
So about Atlanta, just how far can this team make it?
Well, B.A., there's no question they'll be efficient on the offensive end. But the question is, can they put everything else together and be a complete team? That'll ultimately be the difference. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
After being drafted 19th overall in the 2017 draft, John Collins continuing to exceed expectations, which has contributed to what he does in terms of his workload.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Young, the pass to Collins. Outside Young. They kick it out to Murray. Capella, screen on Siakam. Clock at 6. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Not a lot of plays drawn up for Capella, so his energy and involvement come from that kind of activity there.
Collins has developed into much more than an athletic roll man, Brent.
Yeah, you're right, B.A. The fact that he only attempted 1 3-pointer in college and now is just letting him go here in the league. The guy is an efficient scorer from everywhere on the floor.
Now here's VanVleet. Pass to Anunoby. Now Pirtle. Back to Anunoby. And And the dunk by Pirtle.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Young from long range. And it's Young again missing. The Raptors have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Van Vliet. And Collins with the big block.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
And an Obi for 3. No good there. The Hawks leading. Outside Young. To the paint. And it's stolen by Van Vliet. And they're pushing it up. Here's Anunoby. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Young inside. Anunoby covering. Atlanta gets it back. Pass to Hunter. Oh, a nice D from Anunoby.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Now here's Barnes, and there's the screen. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And it's all tied up.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Young. Siakam pulls down the board.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. No good that time. Tie game in Atlanta. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Please give a big round of applause for your
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for the Hawks guys, what jumps out to you statistically?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Fred Van Vliet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the center, filling out the middle. Capella. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Barnes.
If Clint Capella gets 2 feet into the painted area like that, you're going to have to foul.
Both good from the line that time.
And Clint Capella takes pride in his defense. He knows what he's on the floor for. He will never back down from a challenge and doesn't take plays off.
And Siakam with the slam.
The defense just can't let Siakam get inside positioning like this because he's looking to dunk it home.
Young, the pass to Murray. Pass to Capella. It's stolen by Barnes. And now the Raptors on the break. And an Obi for 3. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Young. Here's Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Well, take your choice. You can either foul him or watch him dunk. Well, actually, in this case, you could get both.
And with Capella and his defense, he's a vocal leader on that end of the floor, Greg.
Well, he will hold guys accountable in the locker room. Capella knows it takes 5 committed players to play great defense, and he wants everyone on his team to buy in. Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Anunoby against Young. Pass to Capella to the left side wing. Young with it. The Hawks need to get one up here. Oh, and it's Collins. That time on the assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one. The Raptors with a lead. Van Vliet, the pass to Barnes. Shoots from the right block. Off the window. It's good. Barnes has got 6 points.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Down low. It's stolen by Pirtle. And now the Raptors on the break. Outside Anunoby. Knocked away. Stolen by Collins. And here's Hunter for three. Rebound by Van Vliet. The Raptors have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Outside Barnes. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Van Vliet. Picked by Pirtle. From deep. Van Vliet misses. The Hawks have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And there's the lob. And it's Capella with the jam. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game. But sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Atlanta calls timeout. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there.
Here they are, your 4.
There's 1:40 left to play in the second quarter. Bogdanovich against Barton. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achiuwa. That's his first foul.
Team started.
Bogdanovich against Barton. From deep three-point range, Bogdanovich no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Trent right side. Pass to Boucher. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And it's a 5-point Toronto lead. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Bay with a screen on Barton. Bogdanovich from long range. Buries it from 3. Bogdanovich has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Trent outside. 46 seconds left in the first half of this one. Gets the 3 to fall.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
The kick out to Griffin. On the wing, Bay takes the 3. The shot won't fall, and Toronto will come the other way. Trent, the pass to Barton. Back to Trent. Takes a 3. And the Raptors, another 3.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Bogdanovich against Barton. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Here's Bay. Back to Bogdanovich. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. Allie, as always, thank you.
Let's hear it from the Timberwolves.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from Clint Capella in this one.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Young runs point with Murray at the 2. Hunter is the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Trent. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped. Here's Boucher in close. And Collins with the big block. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A line change here for Toronto. Young against Anunoby. Launches it. Trae Young. That's good. Young's got 6 points.
And Trae Young will bury threes in bunches. So effortless.
And you know what, Trae Young? He almost embraces being the villain to other teams' fan bases. It's like he feeds off the fans heckling him on the road.
Now here's Siakam. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Murray. It's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Grant, as you said with Young, he's been the villain in the playoffs more than a few times.
Yeah, B.A. Players who can embrace that are good for the NBA. Trae Young has fun being a thorn as a visiting player, and he always backs it up with this play. Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Left side, Young. Collins passes to Young. Shot on the wing. And it's Capella with the jam.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Anunoby. He's got 5. Siakam in the post. Collins there.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And we have to take another look at that block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Now here's Young. He's got 6. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Team second. Substitution on the court.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Collins working well off the ball and cutting to the hoop.
For Toronto, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Boucher on the screen. Trent's shot is off.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Hunter finds Collins. Now Capella. Here's Murray. 5 to shoot. Yep, that one's good. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Trent from long range knocks down the triple. And the Raptors lead by 2.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Oh, there's the alley! And a slam dunk by Capella.
Now, I'd draw that one up again. Throw it up, Capella jump, you slam it through. That's an easy 2.
Barton outside. To the middle. Here's Achua. And no good, but close on that one. So he'll shoot 2 now.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
And he makes both free throws. 59 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Inside. Here's Capella. Achua with some nice D.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Outside for Boucher. Here's the 3. And they'll get another chance. And here's Porter outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Murray. Barton pulls it in. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Boucher outside. On the wing, Porter. Back to Boucher. Shoots over Collins. It's stolen by Hunter. That one is off. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The Raptors with a lead. So for the Raptors right now, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. Now here's VanVleet. from behind the arc. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 6th rebound on the night. There's Young with the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Hurdle with a screen on Murray. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Murray. Collins, left side. Outside Young. Collins a screen for 3. Atlanta again missing. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., and there's a chance to extend that right here.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Oh man, just
backing you down.
Nice.
That's spectacular. What a dunker this guy is. Collins capable of bringing this crowd out of their seats.
And the basket by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Collins with it. Van Vliet covering. Outside Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. He drops it from range.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
His first, team first.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Here's Van Vliet. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now it's a 10-point Raptor lead.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Capella screen on Barnes. Murray, no good.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Stolen by Capella. Collins passes to Young. From deep. Kept alive by Atlanta. 1:44 left to play in the 4th quarter. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Pirtle. Van Vliet outside. The 3 from Barnes. That one doesn't drop. So Atlanta will take it the other way. The drive by Murray. And he got the well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation with the coach's challenge. Probably won't make a difference to the outcome, but they still want to review the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after.
The previous play is under review.
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He spoke about their approach going forward. He believes that this is a mental battle. He told his players how we think about each possession will determine the outcome. Let's stay locked in.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Van Vliet. Capella with a block. Here's Collins. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Collins with a screen on Barnes. Murray's shot is good.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Toronto has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Hurdle with a screen on Collins. To the paint. Stolen by Capella. Oh, deflected. Young against Anunoby. Here's Young. Plenty of space. Money. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
Embracing the big moment is Trae Young.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Let's go with a 3. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Atlanta with it.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
And this is great for team morale, as Clint Capella is not the best free throw shooter in the league and certainly not on his team, but he is capable in these spots. Let's see if he builds his confidence here.
And they committed an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. And an intentional foul right there.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
First free throw is good. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And now the Raptors on the break. Fires the 3. Off on that one. So the Raptors win it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visit...
of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Conley surveying the D. Out to Edwards. The pass to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket is good.
Just putting the ball on the deck. Towns so aggressive in everything he does.
Anunoby against Edwards. Siakam sets a screen for Anunoby. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here's Conley. Here's Towns. And that one is off. Good D by Siakam. And here is VanVleet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred VanVleet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred VanVleet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless.
And Edwards with the stop.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Pirtle kicks to Barnes. Back to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here is Edwards. After the Raptors pick up 2. And he gets the bucket.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Barnes screen on Conley. VanVleet finds Barnes. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Edwards. No good that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way. VanVleet attacking. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
On the wing, Anunoby. Barnes passes to Pirtle.
What aggressive defense from the lengthy Rudy Gobert. This guy covers so much territory. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
You got to be kidding. Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Pirtle with a screen on Conley to the middle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Now, here's Siakam. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 6. Passes it to McDaniels. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Raptors leading by 6. Kicks it out to Siakam. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. 50 seconds left to play in the first. Screen by Pirtle. To the paint. for the three. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by Pirtle. Siakam's got 5.
Well, all you have to do when a teammate has the basketball is beat a target, and Pascal steps into it and lets it go. Nicely done.
Conley gets the bucket. 32 seconds left in the first. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. They lead by 7. Inside, takes it out to Siakam. And the Raptors hit again. From deep.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
I don't know how you cannot love Fred Van Vliet. This guy brings toughness. He's fearless in the clutch. He competes on the defensive end, and his IQ is as good as it gets.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
Here are your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. All right, fans, let me hear you give it up for your Timberwolves dancers.
With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for the Bucks.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Taurean Prince is out there with Conley, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
I'm not sure which was better, Pirtle's screen or his finish, but either way, nice execution in the roll.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Raptors leading by 11.
Many teams could use a multi-position defender like Taurean Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Taurean is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job contesting shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
So it's the Timberwolves now. And it's Conley penetrating, and he gets it to go.
There's a certain level of quickness you've got to contend with. Mike Conley off the dribble drive.
Here's Van Vliet, and stolen by Prince. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And finished off by McDaniel.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Van Vliet. He has 7. The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Some changes for Toronto. Ajua comes in for Pirtle, and Trent subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And doors for teams trying to establish culture and institutional values. What makes that possible? How does that work?
I think that begins from ownership through the front office and then down to the coaching staff and then finally to the players. But Kevin, we know this. It can't be just talk. Show me, don't tell me. You have to be accountable to your teammates and to the organization. This guy is so comfortable from beyond the arc. You give Gary Trent Jr. a look from 3 and look out, folks.
Conley the pass to Gobert. To the wing right side. Here's Towns. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Towns. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns can make face-up perimeter jump shots, no doubt. But when he's got this part of his game cooking, look out.
Achua in the corner. Siakam outside. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. So they foul intentionally. Some changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Porter comes in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Will Barton in for Anunoby. Conley with it, now guarded by Porter. McDaniels. It's hauled in by Achua. Toronto leading by 8.
2 minutes remaining in the half.
Out left to the wing. Towns against Boucher. Back to Achua. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Edwards, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Edwards finds Towns. Buries it from three-point range. Towns has got 9.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Porter, a screen on him. Pass to Porter. Back to Trent. Porter with the screen for Trent. To the inside. Barton, wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range. Barton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Edwards against Trent. Edwards can't hit.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Trent with it. Picked up by Edwards. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Jaden McDaniels. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Achua. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the pass to Boucher. Shot clock at 6. Bulls from the top of the key. Gobert pulls it in.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Michael Conley. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Barton. Passes it to Achua. Down low, here's Trent. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Trent's got his second bucket.
Well, Trent Jr. has a reputation of being a shooter, but don't sleep on his athletic ability and skill. Nice finish inside.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
Give a round of applause to your Timberwolves dancer.
7 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so that's the end of the first half.
24. The Raptors 34.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. They've got Gary Trent, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Achua in at the 5 spot. Beyond the arc, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, this is what Chris Boucher does. Loves to stretch the defense with his shooting ability.
Boucher with the steal. Trent against Conley. Inside, the kick out to Porter. Boucher sets a screen for Porter from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Porter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. To the inside. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 16. Has to Gobert. To the middle. Here's Towns. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And that's 11 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Anunoby has the open look. Nailed from three-point land. And the Raptors lead by 17. Conley the pass to Edwards. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Van Vliet. He has 7. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, that's Scotty Barnes doing one of the things he does best, getting after the offensive glass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Edwards, and he drives in. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Pirtle with the steal. From 17 feet out. Back to Barnes. Stolen by McDaniels. Towns with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And that's an intentional foul. Minnesota making a switch. Prince is checked in.
First team foul.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. To the left wing.
2 minutes.
McDaniels kicks to Towns.
2 minutes.
Pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Karl Anthony Towns, as a big man, is a tremendously solid passer, willing to move the basketball.
And the pass to Van Vliet. The kick out to Barnes. And Pirtle has it in the corner. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The kick out to Towns. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You can see the wide variety of ways that Karl Anthony Towns can put points on the board. There isn't an aspect of the offensive end of the floor that he doesn't do well.
Now, here's Siakam. Van Vliet outside. Hands it from downtown. Van Vliet's got 10.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Edwards can't hit. And here's Toronto. They're on a 14-6 run. Van Vliet against Prince. It's stolen by Gobert. And Edwards launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
Toronto calls timeout.
Show your spirit, fans.
And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for Toronto. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Avenue Breakers. Make some noise.
Boucher against Towns. And stolen by Prince. Over to the wing. Fires from deep. And it's Towns missing. Trent outside. To the paint. And stolen by Prince. The shot will not fall. And so it's Toronto finding a 15-point lead at the end of the...
Please give a big round of applause.
Oh, we have the chance now, folks. Let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's Prince.
Gary Trent Jr.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Gobert. And it's off from three-point range. Trent outside. Passes to Achua. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 19.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And the foul called on Edwards.
Third personal foul.
That'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Achua. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Trent against Prince. And too long on the shot. The Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. McDaniels dishes to Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Towns against Porter. They need this. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Gobert. That one, no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Now, here's Trent. It's Barton on the wing. Jacks up a three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jakob Poeltl.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Towns down low, covered by Siakam. Back to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. To end the cold streak, and Edwards with the stop.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Prince against Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. Puts up a three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Van Vliet with it. Guarded now by Prince. Here's Anunoby. They get the rebound. The three. Poeltl kicks to Van Vliet. Back to Poeltl. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And it's 8 points for Jakob Poeltl. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Toronto?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Toronto.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most
will try to forget.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jakob Poeltl.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Now here's Barnes. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet wide open. Here's Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're down by 29. 12 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Van Vliet finds Poeltl. Siakam for three. And stolen by Prince. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory.
splash here tonight. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here's Conley. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Hunter is the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young runs point with Murray at the 2. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's McDaniels. Back to Towns. 4 on the clock. Rebound, Trae Young. Outside Hunter from downtown. Atlanta gets it back. They kick it out to Murray. Pass to Hunter. Young against McDaniels. Young, the pass to Capella. And stolen by Gobert. Tipped. Stolen by Capella. Here's Collins. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Very hard not to foul a guy who's in constant motion. Collins, once again, bringing the energy.
Good on both.
Something that sets John Collins apart is his mental toughness, and you see it on the defensive end. When he locks in, he's a different player.
Now here's Towns. Down low. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Hunter. McDaniels. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Collins' focus also keeps his stat line sharp, Smitty.
B.A., he usually carries a high shooting percentage. He doesn't get lost in the moment, and they know they can count on him.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Conley passes to Towns. Edwards with it, defended by Murray. And that one good.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Collins a screen. There's Young with the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. It's Edwards with a drive. Nifty move. And he takes it up and lays it in. Edwards has gotten his 2nd bucket.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Pass to Murray. Back to Young. To the inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. McDaniels with it. And it's Hunter picking him up. Here's Towns. Uses the glass on the layup.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Young inside. He's guarded by Conley. Young with the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Young misses. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Here's Edwards. There's the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Kicks it out to Collins. The 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Edwards can't hit.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Young, the pass to Collins. Oh, it's stolen. Outside Conley. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Now here's Towns. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The 3 is up. He shoots again. And Edwards with the layup. Edwards got 8.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Hunter. Now here's Murray, guarded by Edwards. There's 45 seconds left now in the first quarter.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside McDaniels. Gobert with it. And Capella picks him up defensively. McDaniels can't hit. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Over to the wing. Murray finds Hunter. Back to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Attacking, putting his handprint all over this game. He has that ability from a point guard to jam it home.
Timeout call, the Timberwolves.
It's your Minnesota Timberwolves dancer.
Timberwolves making a switch here.
For your Timberwolves dancer.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. There's the triple. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective.
Your Timberwolves defense team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. The tandem on the perimeter, Murray and Hunter. And it's Young in at the point guard position. We've seen a lot of coaches make the transition from college to the NBA. Smitty, what are the biggest challenges in making that leap, you think?
I think gaining trust from your players is totally different from the NBA and college. Also, the pace of the game. Not the speed of the players, but the flow of gameplay itself. And finding the soft spot in an NBA defense is much harder than it is in college.
Puts up a 3. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Young, the pass to Hunter. Back to Young. Capella, screen on McDaniels. To the middle. The kick to Hunter. Back to Capella. Young against Towns. Outside McDaniels. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound to the left wing. Here's Prince. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the 3. Prince has got 6 points.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
And the Hawks going from the Eastern Conference Finals to the 8th seed via play-in. A bit of a step backwards last year.
Yeah. Growing as a young team has its ups and downs. Hawks know they can be better than the 8th seed. They now have an expectation of a playoff caliber ball club.
Here's Murray driving to the basket. There's the block. Towns against Collins. Towns is screen on Murray. Back to Towns. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Fires from deep. Kept alive by Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing. The 3 is up. Here's Prince. Banked it in off the glass. Prince has got 8 here in this quarter.
Taurean Prince takes the hit, maintains focus. He's a tough individual.
Murray passes to Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Young from long range. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Beyond the arc. And stolen by Murray. Here's the break. Here's Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Long arms, quick hands, a nose for the basketball. Murray makes a difference on the defensive end.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. Back to Griffin. There's the three. Towns with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Edwards finds McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Back to Daniels. The three. Here's Gobert. Goes back up, and he lays it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
That's a signature move by Gobert. The length allows him to do what others can't.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Forrest. Back to Bogdanovich. And then Bogdanovich with the dunk.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Here's Edwards. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Lets it fly. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Bogdanovich has gotten his second bucket of the game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Edwards slams it in.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. There's Bogdanovich with the three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Pass to Edwards. Three-pointer. Now Gobert. Outside Edwards. And he drives in. And Edwards slams it in.
He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make.
Thanks, Allie. After.
36. The Hawks. 18.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Taurean Prince is out there with Mike Conley. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Outside McDaniels. Towns passes to Conley. Towns goes in. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Well, after the first-round exit in 22, the Hawks front brass admitted perhaps they've been too complacent with the roster. So that changed this summer, trading for an all-star, DeJounte Murray. He can make a big impact with his two-way talent.
It's stolen by Hunter. Outside Young. Pass to Capella. Outside Murray. Beyond the arc. Here's Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
Conley goes in. And he lays it up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Outside Conley. Launches a 3. The rebound by Murray. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Young, the pass to Collins. Stolen by Conley. Here's Prince, defended by Murray. Pass to Gobert. Shoots over Capella. Gobert, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Young attacking. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is how Trae Young beats you, with quickness and skill.
Pass to Prince. Fires from deep. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Prince has got 11.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Outside Young. Collins with a screen on Conley. Young finds Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunks.
Wanting to keep improving as a distributor, Young knows it's his role to move the rock.
And when John Collins takes off from the floor, you can feel your hair start to stand up.
One of the most explosive players in the league with this incredible liftoff. A strong step to the rim, and he can demolish anything in his path. Simply an electric player at times.
Yep, count it. Murray's got his second basket.
That's a money shot from Murray. I like the improvements he's made to his mechanics. Over time, it should start to feel more natural.
Stolen by Capella. Young against Conley. Here's Murray. Here's Collins. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Every season, Collins has a few games where he puts up huge numbers. This is one of those nights.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Here's Prince. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks have gone a perfect 7 for 7 and looking strong in this third quarter. And that one's good. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
Another area where Young excels, using the dribble to create space for his shot.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Edwards, he's checked in for Prince. Bogdanovich has checked in for the Hawks. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Out to the wing. The kick out to Conley. Back to Towns from the arc. The shot off that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Outside Murray. From deep three-point range. Here's Collins. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Minnesota calls timeout.
It's time for T-shirts. Get loud if you need our free T-shirt, fans.
Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Edwards. Over Murray.
Another round of applause for the First Avenue.
Edwards against Murray. It's Edwards with a drive. Whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he was ready for the hop step all the way. He gets the position, holds his ground, and draws the charge.
Conley against Bogdanovich. That three's off the mark. Outside Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
Wolves fans, you know them, you love them. Here they are, your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers.
There's Bogdanovich with the three. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Your Timberwolves.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision-making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter, on the floor for the Hawks. The tandem on the perimeter, Murray and Hunter. Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 1. Edwards finds Gobert. Edwards. Oh, are you kidding me?
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
There's Bogdanovich with the three. Kept alive by Atlanta. The kick to Hunter. Outside Bogdanovich. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. Outside Conley. Puts up a three. There's the triple. Connects from downtown. And the Timberwolves lead by 21. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
Yeah, another thing they did well defensively, closing out. Inside and outside, their defenders were flying out to shooters.
Pass to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Daniels. Takes a three. Rebounded by the Hawks. Launches it. Up top, Collins. Here's Murray. They get it back. Kicks it out to Collins. 5 on the clock.
What's interesting about John Collins, he plays fast, but he's also measured in his approach.
First free throw is good. Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. And both free throws good for Collins.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
The kick out to Conley. This one for three. Towns passes to Edwards. Lets it fly. And there's Towns on the assist from Edwards.
Well, Towns was the perfect selection there. He's always ready to strike with a quick shot.
Young against Conley. And here's Hunter for three. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Here's Towns. It's stolen by Hunter. The ball's knocked loose. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. It's stolen by Hunter. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Young way outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Young's got 10 points in just the second half. McDaniels a screen. The rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds in the game. Young with it. He's picked up by Conley. Young misses.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Conley passes to Edwards. From deep. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Timberwolves.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
He really played at his preferred pace. Never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. 1:03 left to play in the fourth. Murray from outside. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
And just executing your offense earlier in the clock helps you avoid shots like that.
McDaniels finds Edwards. For three. The rebound by the Hawks.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Minnesota with the ball. Here's Towns. Pass to Prince. Tries again. Edwards. Tries yet again. Here's Gobert. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Timberwolves lead by 17. 19 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Young. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.